What does change mean to you? Are you more comfortable with what is known to be safe, threaded in a sense of security of what has already been deemed as success and failure? Maybe you see change as a challenge, perhaps even welcoming the modifications you want to see in order to reach a goal, seeking them even. Change can be a frightening and powerful creature, skilled in the craft of humility. Every notion of what you once thought you had control over, every egotistical belief in oneself seems to be challenged in an instant once change looms over, like a shadowing threat tailored precisely to what you're proudest of. However daunting, I believe change allows us to feel the things we lack. Vulnerability. I was 11 years old when I got my first drawing tablet. I remember watching speed paints from my favorite artists religiously, envying how they could draw so effortlessly. I remember the late nights I spent trying to just get a straight line right, clicking my mouse and pressing Ctrl-Z over and over again in hopes my style would maybe look like what I've been seeing on my screen. I remember how impatient I used to be when I would put a ridiculous amount of effort into a piece, only for it to get little to no attention. I remember how I was overthrown with joy when I got my first 100 views on a project, eagerly refreshing the page, watching every little digit rise. It seemed like the fame I felt like I deserved was just inches, hairs away from me, and even though I spent hours and hours drawing, it just wasn't as fun as it used to be. I got so fed up with myself that I didn't draw for 2 whole years. I waited so long for fame to come to me that I forgot how much fun I actually had making art. I forgot how thrilling it was to create characters, to manifest stories after listening to a song, to create my own universe. I forgot about what it was like to have fun doing my own hobby because I was so concerned about changing my style and techniques just so I could know what it felt like to be known, to know what it felt like to be appreciated. To be honest, it was kind of an unfair trade if you ask me. So I changed. I spent the next 3 years developing my style. Instead of devoting my time to trying to get one line right, I decided to study anatomy. I dedicated my nights to picking references, to learning color theory, to studying perspective. I dedicated my nights to learning not because I felt like I needed to, but because I wanted to. For the first time in my life, I felt like I changed in ways that I truly wanted. Without judgment, without guilt or shame, and it took me half the time to develop my style after I stopped caring about how many likes this piece would get. So what is change? Why is change such a prevalent theme in our lives, and why is it so necessary to living, to truly living? I think I'm afraid of change because, in all honesty, I can't see what lies ahead of me. I feel so focused on what makes me feel safe and happy now that it's so difficult to even fathom that I can feel joy in a different way, that I can feel joy in a new perspective, maybe even a better one. Change is a misunderstood and generous creature, introducing new things for us to try every day, introducing to us every little thing that we could be. Change is the voice of what is unknown, the what if. What if we believed in change?